But do you agree that right now there is no other alternative to the numerus fixus in order to preserve the quality of our education on the short term?
In light of the upcoming University Council elections, we at the Cursor wanted to highlight the 3 student fractions: Groep-één, ESR and DAS. Each of them are proactive in the interest of students at the TUE, but each with their own personal flavor. So we asked them to share their opinions on topics that are relevant today.
Well, student well-being is actually a really hot topic right now. So you really see that all the national associations of students are developing these advices for the government and for the universities to help tackle this issue. And with Groep-één, we've been really involved in the process of developing these. So one of the things that we want to do with this in the coming months is, one, to continue raising awareness about this issue, and two, to actually encourage a debate and a discussion within this university.
We think being a member of a student team, doing a board year or committees at a study, student, culture or sports association can take your mind off studying. But also relaxing is of course very important, and this can be done by playing sports. So also the sport facilities at the campus could be improved.
Important thing which we think is currently lacking still is the amount of information that students also get. So many students don't know where the student psychologists are or how to approach them.
Well, we think that TUE cannot monitor the well-being of every individual student. We think it's better that there's social control among the students, for example in associations.
That's true, but on the other hand, the TUE should take their responsibility for the well-being of the students.
Encouraging and going to throw students towards the university to tackle our problems is, I think, not an option, but rather needs to be done is just to engage in a dialogue rather than throwing everything on someone else.
I think it should come from both sides. Like on the one hand, the things that the TUE can easily do, like providing more information, they should do so, because I think that is a responsibility. And on the other hand, getting more discussion about it is also important. In general, we are getting more and more students at the TUE, but the amount of student housing in the city is not really increasing. So there's more and more pressure on the available rooms. But one group that's especially in a bad situation are internationals, because they really need a room when they come here. We believe as ESR that the TUE should take more responsibility together with the municipality.
It's not really the jurisdiction of the university to tackle this issue, so that's why as students and as student fractions we should just go address the municipality directly as you did and as we have as well, because one of the big problems that you see with Aurora and Luna is that the university agreed to let housing be built on the campus without concerning itself with the needs of students. So you end up with having these expensive flats or studios that are actually not designed for anyone.
Yeah,
so this is a really big topic that needs to be tackled, especially if there are new buildings that are going to be constructed on the campus.
Yeah. We also agree with that. We don't think student studios are the solution. Yeah. We would suggest maybe building more apartments for students, but letting them have their own room, but a shared kitchen and bathroom. Yeah. Also for the student cohesion and the student well-being. We think the PRV assignments are a thorn in the eye. The professional skills required as a student at the TUE can be better achieved otherwise. For example, doing committee at an association will show that you can collaborate with other people well, and this will give you an exemption of the PRV collaboration. The wervingsdagen skills sessions are also coming up, and these could also be included in this.
One of the things that we really want to focus with Groep-één is, well, notably the evaluation of the used learning lines, because a lot of students actually really see the potential in value in these different learning lines. Another thing that we like to focus on is also the resits for midterms, which in the Bachelor College are actually mentioned as a feedback moment for students. But right now, in some cases, they're being seen as a dissuasive measure to pass the course. Because when you have a midterm that is worth 30% and you have a 2, then it's virtually impossible to pass the course.
We agree with some of your points indeed. Like right now in Bachelor College, it is mandatory to have a midterm test in some way or another. But for a lot of courses, it is not useful. So indeed, like for some courses, it would still be good to have them. but the mandatory part of it should be gone. We agree with that.
But just to clarify what I said about the midterms is we don't consider it necessary to remove the midterms, but just to make sure that the midterm stays what it's supposed to be, and that is a feedback moment.
I think that for some courses it would be good to look into whether they should be mandatory or not.
But a mandatory midterm is important so the student already learns something and doesn't push everything to the back.